What is up, everybody? This is Shadow, and I'm bringing you another Predator profile. And this time, we're going to be talking about everyone's favorite support to play against, FaZe. And I know you can just feel the hatred already. FaZe is just one of the most broken supports, and the most broken support in the game. One of the most broken characters in the game right now. Her abilities and her kit is just ridiculous what she can do. And a lot of people are hating on her and really wanting her to get nerfed, and she has a nerf coming, so that's something to look forward to. But until then, what do you do about her? And if you haven't seen my first Predator profile, which was on Countess, go back, watch it. I'm gonna put a link below. Click on that, go back. It kind of gives an overview of what I'm trying to accomplish with these Predator profiles and what I hope to kind of enlighten some players on, because there's a lot of new players in the game and a lot of players just never really thought about counter picking, and that first video kind of goes over counter picking. But with this, we're just gonna get right into it. How to counter pick FaZe. Honestly, first of all, we're just gonna start with support. I feel like Decker is an amazing counter to FaZe. With FaZe, you really want to lock her down and try to eliminate her in any team fight. You have to focus FaZe. Yeah, you're going to take a little bit of damage from the rest of her team because they're going to try to protect her, but you have to eliminate FaZe. A good FaZe will save her team in every team fight, and you're not going to come out on top unless you get rid of her. Decker is an amazing support for this job. First of all, her stun is enough. Let me find it. Where is it? No. I don't use Decker a whole lot. Her stasis bomb. Her stasis bomb is perfect against FaZe. She can just make sure she locks her down right off the rip. It will allow an assassin or anyone who has a lot of burst damage to go in there and really just lock onto her. And what it does is, by the time her stun is fully upgraded, it's a 1.9 second stun. This is perfect for FaZe because for 2 seconds pretty much she's not going to be able to activate any of her abilities, which means she's not healing anyone. It's just perfect. It's a great way to just really give your team the opportunity to go in there and melt her down. Decker's Cage, also another amazing ability to help your team really focus down the FaZe, because she's going to be in the back line. She's going to be trying to pull people out. You know what, put her in the cage where she can't go anywhere. She's only going to be able to pull people so far at that point. So even trying to get help and everything, she's not going to be able to pull someone in front of her and just back out of it. She's going to be stuck in that cage for a little bit. You hit her with a containment fence and then hit her with your stasis bomb, and she's not going anywhere. Okay? For mid laner, I really like Countess against FaZe. Now, Countess, you have to pick accordingly. Countess may not be the best option, especially if there's a Bellic on the other team or someone who's a really hard counter to Countess. Again, if you watch my first video, you'll see some of those characters. But if you can pick Countess, pick a Countess for your mid lane against Bellic, or even off lane. But we're looking at her in purpose of as a mid lane with this. Countess against the FaZe. Countess against the FaZe is perfect because all of FaZe's abilities are their health regen, so it takes her a minute to get that health back. Countess just does the most damage in the game, or at least has the potential to do the most damage in the game. She's built right to go in and just instantly eliminate someone by just cycling through her kit on and focusing on one person. Have her go in, lock onto the FaZe, dump her whole kit on her. She's probably gonna be dead before she can even activate any of her abilities. Even if she's not all the way dead, if she's building kind of a tanky build, which a lot of FaZes do tend to do, that's okay. You're gonna do enough damage where she's gonna have to do everything she can to save herself from you, and that's gonna leave her weak enough where the rest of your team can really clean her up. For the jungle, Crunch is really, really good at locking one person down. Again, Crunch is also a great kind of an assassin, really strong damage early in mid game. and then you can really transition him into a solid frontliner who can go in and help lock down one person in the end game or in the late game. Crunch, just an amazing jungler. You go in, it is your right crunch, especially when it's empowered. I think it is, no, that is left crunch. Right crunch, when it's empowered, you're gonna knock her up, and make sure it's empowered. Right there, you see it. Make sure it's empowered. Go in there and knock up the phase. You're dealing a lot of damage to her, first of all, just because you're crunching, you're cycling through your kit on her, and you're really just, again, hampering her ability to, first of all, get away, but you're also keeping her in one place. And when, even if she hits you with her blind, that's why it's really important you make sure you have your empowered right crunch ready to go, because she's gonna try to blind you and get away. Make sure you get in there and knock her up, where even if she blinds you, you still kind of locked her in one place long enough to help your team focus her down. You're gonna do a ton of damage in the process. Another great counter to phase for the off lane is Aurora. Aurora's really good in this meta right now. Aurora has the capability to, again, get through that front line to the phase, pop her ult, put your Hoarfrost around it. The great thing about Aurora's ult is it doesn't matter if the phase blinds you when you come in. You dash in, you bust your ult on her, and who cares if she blinds you? She's not going anywhere. And your glacial charge is what you're going to use to get in to the back line, get to phase, because she's going to be back there. Get back there to her, bust your ult. Your ult, you've got, what is it? You're pushing 2 seconds again of having her pretty much locked down, not being able to do anything. No abilities for her, which means no healing for her or her team. And with Aurora, you're locking down the whole team, which really gives the rest of your team the opportunity just to get in there, focus the phase, take her out of the picture. When everyone comes back, not only are they taking damage from you, but now they're without their support. Pop your Hoarfrost on her as well, just in case she survives your ult. She's not going anywhere, and chances are if she tries to pull someone to you, she's going to pull them into the Hoarfrost as well. So Aurora, great pick as well in the off lane to counter phase. And finally, carry. What if you're carried? Again, lots of people don't think about carries as being good counter picks. Revenant, I feel, is one of the best counter picks to phase. Now, he's getting nerfed as well pretty soon, so I'm not sure how that's going to affect him, but until that happens, I feel he's the best option to counter phase. Not only does he just do a ton of damage and can help go in and delete her, but he can alter at the beginning of a team fight, and he's pretty safe at that point because she's not going to kill him, and he's going to have the chance to really just take off a ton of her health, if not kill her altogether, without her being able to pull anyone to help her in there. Yes, she may blind you, but if you stay far enough back, you should be okay. Even if she does blind you, you're in there with just her and your ult. You've got your Obliterate, which is just a mindless ability at this point. You hit your Obliterate and it's going to go straight to her, and you're good. By the time you come out of your blind, your Obliterate's already done a ton of damage, especially if you mark her in the process. I mean, there's your Obliterate. If you scar her first, again, you don't really have to be able to see her, so even if you're blind, chances are you can scar her, you can hit your Obliterate on her, and she is taking a ton of damage. Again, even if she survives your ult and comes back out, she's going to be pretty much dead, and it's going to allow the rest of your team to really just finish her off, get her out of the way first. And what I love about all these heroes, you know, Revenant, Aurora, Steel, Crunch, maybe not as much, but Countess, all of these heroes, Decker, all of them allow you to either stun her from a distance or to get in, get back out without taking much, if any, damage from the rest of their team. Crunch is the only one where when you go in, you're gonna be taking some damage with them, while you're trying to focus her, but hopefully the rest of your team is going to follow suit and follow up behind you and make sure you lock down the kill. So those are some of the characters that I feel are best suited to counter phase. But beyond that, there's one card that any character who uses any kind of regular abilities, you need to have in your deck specifically for phase. And there's a lot of teams with phase out there, so you're going to be using this card a lot. Incorporate this into your deck, and that is Thick Blood. Thick Blood is amazing against the phase, and especially if you have more than one person running it on your team. It's a cheap card. It's a 4-point card that you're getting 3 CP of value out of. So you're only using 1 CP for the passive on this card, which is on hit with ability, apply Blight to enemies for 4 seconds. The Blight reduces all healing by 40%. That is huge against phase. You need this card in your deck if you're going up against a phase and you're using any character that uses any kind of regular abilities. It's an excellent card. Make sure you put it in your deck. Put it in all your heroes' decks. That way, if you do run into the phase, even after she's nerfed and adjusted, keep this card on. It really, really just renders her ineffective. Yeah, she's still getting a little bit of healing, but I'm taking out 40% of their healing. And a great way to look at that is it's actually damage. Without this card, you're going to have to do 40% more damage to kill her or to kill whoever she's linked to. With this card, that's basically an extra 40% damage that you're doing. So think about it that way. A lot of people don't like to run cards because they take away damage with certain characters. This is damage against a phase. Run this card. For characters that are prey to Countess, there's not a whole lot to expound on with that. She's obviously not a character who's going to be really focusing on kills. She's a support who's keeping her team alive, so there's not really a whole lot for me to go over as terms of prey, other than having a team comp that doesn't have any character that can lock her down. If you're going into a round and your team comp has no one really dive that back line or blink into the back line and really focus her, then your whole team is pretty much prey for her team at that point. So make sure you have at least a couple characters who can try to get in that back line, lock her down, and eliminate her early for the team fight. Synergy for the phase, and I should have had this pulled up and I can't believe I didn't. Synergy with the phase, you've got a few options that work really, really well with her. The first one that comes to mind is Sparrow. A Sparrow ult with phase ulting is just absolutely ridiculous what she can do to teams. You're talking about widespread damage over multiple heroes, just firing out lightning fast. It's crazy what a Sparrow can do with a phase. So if you're looking for some good team synergy and you have a phase on your team, pick Sparrow if you're the carry. If not, I'm not sure what's going on. There we go. If you're not comfortable with, maybe Sparrow as a carry and you're still in the carry role, Yin is another character that works great with Sparrow. With phase as well with her ult. Wukong, he's technically a carry. I really don't feel like he shines in the carry role, but if you are running Wukong as a carry, or really a Wukong anywhere on the team, again, absolutely amazing with phase. He can take Orb Prime, Raptors, Towers, Inhibitors, the core, anything, way faster than it should even be possible when a phase ults him. It's ridiculous. There's just clones everywhere. It's honestly completely broken at the moment. But really, any of those characters work really well with phase. For kind of a frontline aspect, right here in the middle, Greystone and Chimera. Those two characters are just absolutely amazing with phase. Greystone is already so hard to kill. You put a phase on him who can ult him. It's almost like he has 3 lives at that point. They get close to killing him the first time. She can let him pop his ult. Then he comes back. Even if they almost kill him a second time and finish him off, she can bust her ult on him at that point, and he just comes back to life again. It's like a Greystone with 3 lives. Chimera, same way. Chimera is absolutely amazing with phase because of his passive, which is Spirit Regeneration with a phase ult. and any kind of attack speed that you have built onto them, your health regen is going to be through the roof, because you're stacking your health regen first of all with all the hits you're getting on people. She's making you hit faster, which means just stacking even faster, and she's giving you health regen with all of her abilities. It is insane. I mean, Chimera is pretty much impossible to kill, especially if you have Orb Prime on top of it and hitting harder, or you have more health, whatever you're building. A Phase Chimera combo is just absolutely ridiculous. So those are some great characters to run with her for team synergy, but I mean, let's face it, at the moment you can pretty much run anyone with her. Really want to focus on the countering though. Use some of these characters that I mentioned, and really any character that can get through that front line and focus the Phase and eliminate her quickly. You have to focus the Phase. If you don't take anything else from this video, learn that. Focus the Phase in a team fight. I don't care how hard someone else is hitting, focus the Phase. Please, people, focus Phase. Get her dead. Hopefully you found this video helpful. If you did, drop me a like, hit that subscribe button, and you're going to have more content coming soon. Thanks.